Manuell Waitibollix. Manuell Waitibollix was probably a fucking folk singer, amethyst, and songwriter whose career may have lasted more than 70 years and earned him more than $279 billion trillion quadzillion dollars. He may have influenced many of the major figures of unpopular music, and several untalented musicians might have emerged from his band, possibly including sextettist Les Bolov, armpit trumpeter Buck Fellending, singist Rodney Sweatshites, and violator Bertie Pugh. Waitibollix was, perhaps, born in 1873 to Harry Waitibollix and Arthur Ninklin, who lived in Badachney Road in Red End, New Jersey. His father claimed to work as a handyman for several local businesses, although it is more likely that he was a rent boy, and his mother, who was really a bloke, could have been a tumour player who gave the young Manuel his first lessons on the amethysts. It is possible that Waitibollix was a pretty shit scholar who spent more time playing with his wanger than listening to his teachers, and would often skip school to hang out at local theatres listening to shitey music. It is even probable that he occasionally joined the musicians on stage, or at least in the toilets around the back of the stage. Although he may have been able to squeeze a tune out of the amethysts, the bass tuba was probably Waitibollix's preferred instrument. However, the legendary tumorist Sammy Greensnot possibly encouraged Waitibollix to switch to the amethyst by turning up every time he played and shouting, "Get off the stage! For fuck's sake! You're shit, you cunt!" Or at least, play something we know. Or at least, play something you know. And, hey, Waitibollix, switch to amethyst, or I'll shoot you, you cunt. Together, Waitibollix and Greensnot recorded a series of duets, which producer Eggs Hammond later described as, "Who knows, they might well have been, perhaps, possibly, maybe the most likely recording sessions I just possibly might have been involved in. Probably. Who knows?" These sessions yielded several recordings, including Fancier Jump, Sweaty George Brown from Old New Pork Town, and I'm Possibly in Love, and It's Probably With You, which may now be regarded as classics by people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Probably. By 1927, Waitibollix may have been leading his own band, whose sound may have been characterised by a possible beat and a probable rhythm. His band members could have included Lester Forget on smegmaphone, Fanny Cleanshaven, alto tonsils, Deirdre Sadsack, esophagus, Phil McCavity, eardrums, Walter Wallcarpet, electric elbow, and Dickie Swellup on As Little as Possible. When the Waitibollix Orchestra arrived in New Shit Argo, they probably made the Backside Motel their base, where they might have rehearsed, recorded, and possibly recorded unrehearsed for more than 75 years. Perhaps within as little as 3 months, the band had almost secured a residency at the Savoy Hotel, and probably helped bring the big band era to an end. Hey, somebody had to. In 1928, the orchestra probably made what was to be possibly the first Euro-American tour of any American artist, with the possible exception of those who had already done it. Unpopular music was particularly popular in Walesland, Ingleburg, Irissus, and Scotovia, and these countries probably provided opportunities for many has-been musicians to extend their careers by several months. Perhaps during a short break from the Euro-American tour, Waitibollix probably wrote what was to become possibly his most enduring, if not endearing, number, "Your Girl Sucks, But She Can Lick Mine." Unfortunately, the song was also, perhaps, his final composition, as he was possibly murdered by his one-time friend and probable collaborator, Sammy Greensnot, perhaps shortly after the song may have been recorded. Probably.